me why the hell I always have to save myself.
What is up, everybody? It's your boy Architect the Dreamer back with another ATD Reacts. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome. I'm so excited that you're here. If you are returning, welcome back. If you haven't already, make sure you click that subscribe button, click that little bell so you'll get notified every time I drop a new video. Make sure to follow me on socials at ATDmusic and on Instagram and Threads at ATDreacts. At the beginning of this video, you heard a snippet of my new single Deconstruct, which is streaming on all platforms now. Came out last Friday. You can find the links for that in the description below. I also have an official lyric video that I made for it on my page as well. Now, I want to start this video just like I have my last couple by saying a massive, massive thank you to all of you, especially the Renegades. You guys have been showering me with love and encouragement and support over the last couple days in a way that I never would have imagined. And it is honestly exactly what I have needed, and you guys are amazing. I would like to proclaim myself as a renegade now. I am all in. I am diving down the rabbit hole, as a lot of you said, and by an overwhelming margin, most of you recommended doing the Tale of Jenny and Screech next. So that's what we're going to do. I have the 13-minute full version pulled up here. I also have the lyrics. I'm not paying attention to the captions, even though sometimes I have those on, but we're going to dive right in. This is the Tale of Jenny and Screech from REN. I already see a guitar at the beginning, so that excites me in and of itself. I've been told that this is very heavy and have been given kind of a trigger warning, so I'm ready to feel all the emotions. I'm ready to cry. I'm ready to be in awe, and I am ready for this video. Let's get it. I love the classical guitar so damn much. Also, I love these visuals, this alley with all the graffiti and everything.
It was a quiet, dark night in an empty street somewhere in London City. Jenny walked alone, she was dragging her feet. She was heading back home to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, because she walked it about 1,000 times before. She wanted to escape. Can you blame?
Ooh. And can you blame? That little flip right there was so smooth. And he has such an incredible tone to his voice. The timbre of his voice is so rich. There's so much depth to it. It's not too nasally. It doesn't feel too breathy. The amount of vocal control that he has is insane. And I love the way he kind of went from the singing and slipped into the almost kind of speaking right back into that. Really cool, and I'm loving this already.
Well, on the very same night, in a different place, there was this hooded young youth by the name of James. He was 14 years old and out of his brain. He'd been smoking ganja with the boys. James, he grew up to be a kid of the street. His mates called him Screech. He was quick on his feet. He was a liar, a thief. At 14 years old, the devil had set his sights on his soul. As Jenny walked home all alone, she felt scared. Usually she was alright, but it was like there was something in the air. A divine intervention telling her to beware, maybe intuition bogging her and making her so scared. Sirens sounded in the distance to the beat of Jenny's feet. A symphony of the night that echoes crime on London streets. Jenny turns a corner, their eyes they meet. Up all go Jenny, a boy named Screech. Give me all your money, bitch, give it to me. If you cooperate, then you'll soon be free. I want your purse, your phone, don't fucking look at me. I mean it, bitch, are you listening to me? Jenny freezes statue like a lady shakes stalactite. Feel like liquid nitrogen in the dark night. She tried to find strength to move, but stayed as still as a statue in high-heeled shoes. What the hell you playing at? You playing games with me? I swear to fucking God, I'll slice the rosy off your cheeks. You think I don't mean it, go? You don't know me. The last thing you see will be a boy code. Screech reached with the sheath of the blade, with the teeth that could bite through steel and slice concrete, and he swung possessed with the devil in his chest, and the statue she was turned to butter in her breath.
His ability to tell a story is unbelievable. I am a musician, but I am just a writer in general. I have written and published comic books. I have written novellas. I'm working on a novel right now. I love the medium of writing. And it's not just the fact that he's telling a story, but the brilliance in the story that he's telling and the words he's using that flow so seamlessly together, the expressions on his face, the delivery of those words, and the different levels of energy and emphasis, and going in and out of this melodic but also kind of spoken word type delivery is so good. The content of this is scary. Like, I'm getting Jack the Ripper vibes right now, and it's the way that he's painting this picture. I can literally, like, I'm focusing on the visuals that are on the screen right now, but I can literally picture what's happening, what he's describing. This is incredible. We're going to run it back here just a little bit.
The blade with the teeth that could bite through steel and slice concrete, and he swung possessed with the devil in his chest, and the statue she was turned to butter in her breath. It was a quiet dark night in an empty street somewhere in London City. Jenny lay still on the cold concrete. She's found somewhere to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, 'cause she'd walked it about 1,000 times before. I guess that she escaped. It's such a shame.
Woo! Sing it, Ren. Oh my goodness. His instrumentation, the way he's playing this guitar is telling its own story in and of itself. Like, I know that he is self-taught. I'm self-taught on pretty much everything that I have learned how to play as well. But the way that he is able to invoke emotion just in his guitar playing alone, in the dynamics of going louder and then quieter, finger picking harder so that you really, really hear every single pick, and then sometimes pulling back into more of a softer finger picking between each of those notes. The music itself is also telling a story. So good. Woo! Screech's tale. Okay.
Our story, it starts right at the end of the life of poor Jenny, clocked out like Big Ben. Dear Screech, dear boy, where did he go?
Oh,
He
my God.
melted into the
texture.
black night just like snow. Patrick, man, let me in, please open the door. I think I fucked up, Patrick, really fucked up, man, I'm not sure. I got crazy, left this lady lying still on the floor. I think I killed her, Patrick, come on, man, I can't knock no more. But Screech kept on knocking till his knuckles became sore. But there's no sign of Patrick down at number 54. No refuge for our villain, for the bitter hands of fate, with something far more sinister in mind that does away. Hey, babe, you in? Nah, nothing really, I'm just a bit tired, listen. Can I swing around yours for a few moments? I just really miss you, babe. What the fuck do you mean you're busy? You fucking bitch, for fuck's sakes! Siren sounds approaching like a banshee in the night. The shrill cry of justice cutting like the sharpest knife. But Screech was never one to run, not one to miss a fight. One hand upon his blade, he turned to face the blue lights. Come on then, you fucking cunts, let's fucking have you then. I am Screech, I'm the boss, I'm the ender of men. You think that uniform you're wearing means that you own these streets? These are my fucking streets, and they call me fucking Screech. Richard was an officer who stood at 6'3", working London on the night shift. What he didn't think he'd see was a boy running at him like an animal possessed. With no time to hesitate, he fired 4 bullets at Screech's chest.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. I grew up around a not great part of town, and I witnessed things that, to be honest, I don't even really want to talk about because it's so traumatic even to this day to think about. I haven't experienced obviously anything quite like the story that Ren is telling right now, but the I've seen a lot of violence in my life, and fuck, these gunshots right here out of the guitar are just.
With no time to hesitate, he fired 4 bullets at Screech's chest. Our story, it ends right at the start. Young Screech and poor Jenny lying 1 street apart. An officer shaken by the boy that he claimed. 2 bodies lay lifeless, and it's such a shame. It's such a shame.
Those runs. Now we're getting into what I imagine is part 3. Ooh, very different scenery. Real quick, the tone and the emotion and the feel of the guitar so far, from the first one to the second one to now this one lays the groundwork for the content of what he's singing about. In the first one, you get this sense of innocence that turns into horror. And then in the second one, there is this chaos and evil that he so expertly delivers in the way that he's playing the guitar, with the hard strumming and the fast strumming. And then now we have this, which is a very, very beautiful delivery on the guitar. We're going to bring this back to the beginning of Violet's Tale, but I just want to give this a moment for all of us to breathe for a second. All right, Violet's Tale. Very somber. Anxiety is
London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. Rhythmic beats and bloodstained sheets, Our Lady weeps, she's tired and frail. To set the scene, we must rewind the hands of time for Violet's Tale.
the chords he's using for this.
Violet was a silent girl, grew up with violent starts. Her mother was a drinker and her father was a bastard. Every night he took her tie but never left the room. I'll spare you with the things he did, I'm sure her mother knew.
Oh,
Violet.
Fuck.
I'll spare you with the things he did, I'm sure her mother knew. Violet was a silent girl, she moved out at 16. A semi-detached council flat, paid for by a welfare scheme. Packing shelves at Tesco, stacking jars like pickled bricks. She met a boy named Stevie and he was a little prick. Violet was a silent girl and Violet she fell fast. See, Stevie was a wrong un, but he sure knew how to charm her. Every night he took her tie but never left the room. History repeats itself, he'd paint her black and blue and
it hurts so much because while I've never experienced what he's talking about, I have a lot of people that I love that have. And I have seen the way that that pain has affected those people. If you are somebody that has done things like this, fuck you. And I mean that as disrespectfully and sincerely as I possibly can. I don't know if this is even a true story or not, but wow.
She never stood a chance. The devil comes to dance. Violet, why are you always so quiet? On her bedroom door and he's irate. He's been drinking and smoking, he's up late. And he stands by her bedside, she shakes, but her eyes stay shut. You fucking slut, I know you're up. And he pinches her eyelids and folds them up. Violet, why are you lying to me, Violet? She stays silent, things turn violent. That's the sound of his fists when they fall like a crashing pilot. Hit like hailstones, one to the collarbone, full force, full blown, blood's black bone, crack, knick, knack, paddywhack, one to the jaw and the tooth spat, detached, fist connects and disconnects a bone. A quick deflect to misdirect the blow, but nonetheless his punches met her throat. Such a mess, he's left her bruised and broke. Violent.
Oh my God. The absolute brutality in the words that he's saying, but the rhythmic delivery that he's presenting it with. I have such mixed feelings because this story, the first two were rough. This one is fucking rough. But the artistry, that little is so satisfying of a rhythm to hear, and the words he's using and the way the syllables are placed within that is so brilliant.
Bone, a quick holds them up. Violet, why are you lying to me, Violet? She stays silent, things turn violent. That's the sound of his fists when they fall like a crashing pilot. Hit like hailstones, one to the collarbone, full force, full blown, blood's black bone, crack, knick, knack, paddywhack, one to the jaw and the tooth spat, detached, fist connects and disconnects a bone. A quick deflect to misdirect the blow, but nonetheless his punches met her throat.
His delivery is using his voice as percussion. The the emphasis on those words is allowing what is just an a cappella delivery to have a rhythm to it, and the percussiveness of where he is landing each of those words makes it so that even though it is being done a cappella, it is still music, and that is incredible.
Oh, such a mess, he's left her bruised and broke. Violet, why are you always so silent, Violet? Why are you such a little liar, Violet? Do you think I want to do this, Violet? In character, she stays silent. Well, say something, Violet. Silence. Fucking say something, Violet. Silence. Wait. Say something, Violet. Not one word. She stays quiet. London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. The doctor, in a state of shock, saw something here so very wrong. See, Violet, she was pregnant. Poor Violet, she was 9 months gone.
Fuck. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry for all the moments of silence during this video where I just need to process what's being said. Fuck.
Turning to the doctor, Violet broke her silence and she cried, if I'm to die right here tonight, please let my baby stay alive. The doctor soon regained composure, called the surgeon to come in. As Violet's world turned to black, the curtains closed, the lights went dim. In London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington just lost the fight to stay alive. A tragedy or a miracle, it happened on these very streets. Two twins aligned side by side. A girl named Jenny and a boy named Screech.
I'll be right back. All right. That was the Tale of Jenny and Screech from REN. The first thing that pops into my head when thinking about this as a whole is the sometimes unbreakable cycle of violence that people suffer in their lives. That is not just the experience that they have experienced, but things that their parents and their grandparents and people in their past have experienced, and then those same cycles of violence that get passed down to the next generation. So often, people who grow up in a place of being abused, the people that are abusing them were also abused. And those people were also abused. And it does not in any way, shape, or form give validity to that behavior. But it is such a raw look at what it is like to be stuck in those cyclical curses. It's why, as somebody who grew up being abused, it's so incredibly important to me that I break those curses and those cycles of violence emotionally, mentally, physically. I fucking refuse to allow that to continue after me. And I think what ends up happening a lot of times is that when you are in a position to be the one to break those cycles, a lot of times you end up inflicting violence on yourself in an attempt to not inflict that on other people. And I know for me, that is very, very true. I have used things like alcohol and drugs. I have attempted suicide multiple times. I do not want the shit that I've been through to bleed onto other people in my life, people that don't deserve that. And so then it begs the question, how do you, as the person who is stuck in that cycle of violence, break that without inflicting that on yourself? And that's something that is a very, very difficult thing to figure out. I've been in therapy for a while, and it's something that I'm still unpacking. This song, this set of songs, this trilogy, is not just heartbreaking, devastating, and disturbing stories. It is 100% a commentary on what generational violence and abuse looks like. This is a masterpiece. And the representation of each of these stories, where you've got the first one, which is Jenny's death in an alley. You've got Screech's death in an alley. And then you've got Violet's death mixed between a hospital room and what looks like some kind of an apartment or a flat. Telling these stories in the locations where what he's speaking about would be happening pulls you in as a viewer. That was a musical film with 3 acts, 3 devastating acts. I think I'm just going to leave it at that. Once again, absolutely blown away. I am all in. I am here as a renegade, and I cannot wait to continue down the rabbit hole, listening and watching more of REN. Thank you all to everybody that recommended this to me. This is something that I mentioned in the last video that I'm going to start calling Wednesdays. They're not all going to be this long, obviously, but every Wednesday I'm going to drop a new REN video. And part of the reason why I'm stretching them out like that is because after things like this, emotionally, I am going to need time to decompress. And so doing them every week allows me that time in between to do so. The next one I think I'm probably going to do is Fire in the Booth. I've heard that as a huge rap fan and as a rapper myself, that one is straight fire. And I think after these 2 incredibly heavy reactions that I've done, I think that'll be a nice little change up. And then I think after that, we'll do Sick Boy. But thank you guys so much. I know this was a very long reaction video, but I appreciate all of you who stayed to the end. You guys are amazing. And I'm so happy to be here. As I said at the beginning of the video, if you haven't already and you enjoyed what you just watched, please subscribe. Click that little bell so you'll get notified every time I drop a new video. Please check out my single Deconstruct, and I'll see you guys here for the next one.